Well, let's see right now where this next zone is going to go. You see Alter Ego there? They're still in the blue zone. APG finally make it on in, and we get that hard shift to the north. It's off to the races for one of those few spots left in the circle.
Regnum Kai have to move. Like we said, they had to gamble on this, and they certainly went for the gamble. Unfortunately, this time around, they do not win out.
Snake eyes.
It is snake eyes for them. E-Arena over towards the southwest as well. I think E-Arena's done quite well today. They get up to 89 points. I think they've been really giving it to stay in that conversation towards the middle of the pack right now. It's Mad Bulls who control the majority of that northern zone. And Alter Ego who made a really, really long rotate over towards that north side, Jukes.
Pays off. Pays off. Vampire. Look at that. Gonna lose a player there. Down to 3. Great last day for Vampire. I love the fact that they really put everything out on the line for their home crowd. Love to be able to see that here. Warman's going to go down there for E-Arena, and he's not getting picked back up.
No, it's very unlikely.
That's a fact.
And they could try and get over towards him, but again, it's very dangerous. DRX, 2 South Korean squads going at it. QXZ.
Got him.
On life support there for just a second before Nolbu's able to take him down. That clears out a little space on the south side there for D+ to mess around with going forward as well. But what a rotate from Thunder Talk. They get right over towards that ridge line. They're set up on the high ground, so they controlled most of the important space there. Just a question whether the circle shifts back over towards that northwest again, in which case we're heading over towards that plateau, which is so uncomfortable to play. So you'll likely see a lot of our teams diverting towards the edge of the map.
D+, you can see them just still playing edge, just trying to gatekeep, find a way out into this next circle. Meanwhile, there's Thunder Talk getting a nice little nade knock.
On to Alpha 7.
That is on the Alpha 7, and that's Guizhou. Hurting really bad. Rebel gets knocked as well, and Thirsted. Alpha 7 again. Can't make it happen in this Miramar.
It might be done. It might be done. I feel like the way that Alpha 7's currently playing is just not up to scratch for the rest of this lobby. They go for a 2-2 split. It's hesitant, right?
Looking like a shell of their former selves at this point.
Why push that Ivy? You could have wrapped over towards the north side. The north side's very playable on this ridge as well, Hot Jukes. E-Arena fully flushed out. It was a very quick one. We kind of missed that off of the wings. Yeah. APG still on 3 outside the blue. They're rotating over the top of D+.
APG down to 2, actually. And you can see them here in the same position that Alpha 7 is. That opens the door big time for the rest of the lobby here to catch up to them.
What I'm talking about, if Ulf gets a good game, if Thunder Talk gets a good game, suddenly you've got 4 teams in the Smash zone. Even DRX, but I think DRX is slightly less likely to have a strong match off the back of this one. But yeah, man, there is a lot of teams that can get in towards that Smash zone and make this last game so uncomfortable. Because if we suddenly have 4 teams on match point, right, we're looking at 20% of the lobby being able to finish the game there and then and end up in first place.
Just steal away the championship for yourself. $500,000 in the bank account just with one game. Let's see right now as APG are on the rotate, just trying to survive here, but Lemon has got top in his sights. He's in big trouble, though. The shots, the third party ends up saving top for a little bit longer. They end up losing one of their players, though, so now it's, APG down to a single solo.
Just top remaining. And they try and make the rotate over towards the north side. But it ain't happening. It ain't happening.
Bose goes down. There's Chips. Uh-oh. D+ putting up some points in Miramar. Just a little pregame to their last Miramar of the day.
We head on over towards that northwest side, Jukes.
Yes.
So we are on the plateau. That is rough. Very, very rough for a lot of our teams. Thunder Talk do need to move. R8 have a fairly nice position, honestly, alongside those concretes on that south side. Kara also, similar position, but further south. Regnum Kai, how are they doing? They lost one player on a knock who's trying to crawl back up to the rest of the team. We'll see if that is resable for them.
Looks like Carrillo got a knock, so you might be able to get that thirst on the tops. Let's see if that does end up bringing out. Meanwhile, Chips from D+, just throwing out some smokes, playing it very, very carefully here. We got that plateau finish. And right now we're going to see Thunder Talk. This is that team, I'm telling you, you got to watch out for. They're heating up at the end of the final day. They have the full squad up. And with Alpha 7 and Alpha Gaming hurt so bad, this is going to be such a close one in the last match.
Yeah, last game is going to be weird. But again, like they've left the points so limited. If we imagine, you know, it's 10 points to get to match point from the first place team after the second day. Both squads, APG and A7, have only cleared that by 13. For Alpha 7, that is not enough points, and teams are catching up, and I think they're just going to lose to points from teams underneath.
That's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like right now, because Alpha 7 just cannot seem to get it going here today. After such a wild day yesterday, such a lead, gone in just an instant here. See where this next circle goes, though. Alpha 7 do have a duo. They are center of the zone. Got Mad Bulls up there on top. Thunder Talk with some high ground as well. And it goes on over to the southwest side.
That is grim. I don't know how Alpha 7 got here, by the way. That's actually a very nice rotate. I'll give them that. Lovely spot on the map for them. I mean, Thunder Talk could crash here, but as two players, a little bit hard to hold. But again, by the time you rotate over that side, there's going to be so many teams looking at you. Alter Ego down to just Krypton, and he's doing his absolute best to keep his team in the game.
And it's not going to be enough. Alter Ego just not able to win fights here on the final day. Goat taking advantage of that one. Meanwhile, you got Ulf. They know what time it is. They noticed that Alpha 7, Alpha Gaming are in trouble. They're keeping all four up, 0 eliminations. They're going to have to start getting some sooner rather than later, though.
They are on that north side, so there hasn't really been a lot of opportunity for it. Loxy getting rezzed here, but it's Kara. They can see them. Two Turkish teams clashing once again here over in those south concretes. I don't think Loxy stays up. It's a nasty nade over towards the back line. The Wolf has to buy back, though. And it really is the lone wolf now here for Regnum Karya.
Zed Wolf, let's see what he could do. MG3 is down. Lewis. Oh, CEO! Who needs a parachute when you got a buggy? See what Zed Wolf could do in the 1v2 situation. Nice little peek there, though. He's going to watch out for the left side, and it's not going to be enough. Regnum Karya out early once again.
CEO goes base jumping, right, with that little bonus from the end of the year. That's Regnum Karya down. I think it's been a sad day 3 for a lot of squads.
Yeah.
In particular, I mean, I've complained about Alpha Gaming, but I mean, Regnum Karya's day has been even worse. It's been a very, very unfortunate event for that, where a lot of our big teams, a lot of our big names just have struggled to really get off the mark here. Again, I think the Smash Point does just create such a horrible scenario for teams. They get so in their heads about it because it can change how everything works. And it certainly changes the way people play on day 3. For the better or the worse, we'll have to wait and see here.
I'm looking over at the players right now, and I'm looking at Regnum Karya, and they are not happy at this point. A lot of frustration, and it makes sense right now. They just could not get it going here today. Let's take a look, though, at Top by himself, trying to sneak away some more points for his squad. Flat tie between the two alphas in the lobby. Right now, though, the biggest threat is Ulf. Ulf with the full squad. Got to get going. That's Top out. So Alpha Gaming, 0 points in this one. And with 9 teams remaining, Alpha 7 might be able, with this position, to sneak away some placement points.
I mean, if they keep doing what they're doing and picking up 1 point per game, I mean, I'm not too impressed with that, to be honest with you. Yes, you're getting to placement points, but is that really changing all that much? Is that 1 point going to be enough? You grab it anyway. I mean, 1 point was enough last year.
That is true.
So,
that is.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong there.
Hey.
Circle does cut them out, and we are straight back into that open zone. What a disgusting second to last game this is.
Dude, these zones have just been wide open finish after wide open finish, making it so difficult on these teams. Just every team just playing on the edge, just hoping for the best at this point. Got R8 having a little compound there. They're going to be able to hold it for just a little bit longer. Nice shots there from Kara. Now Kara with 7 points on the board. They've jumped themselves out of last place. And that's usually what happens, though, right? Teams at the bottom got nothing to lose. They finally start putting up some points after a rough couple of days. Thunder Talk, though, need these points desperately, trying to avoid these nades from Chips. It's going to be a difficult one to hit, that's for sure. Yeah, now I think D+, if you're D+, you got to save some of that utility.
I mean, D+ underneath. He should hit this. Should easily be able to hit this as Nobu sends away. Obscure from Alpha 7 will find Chips, but does not get the point off it. Stolen away by Xing. And Thunder Talks up to 5 elims. Once again, they got a nice little fan area over there in the crowd. They got a flag that's waving. Nobu will find Damar on his lonesome with really little to no defense on that. No counter attack at all from RA. They were just accepting that Damar is now gone.
One match left after this. This is such an important one for quite a few squads. Ulf with 1 elimination, Thunder Talk with 5. The Xavier, no, only 1 so far, but they still got 3 players up. They are going to play in that edge. Will they go for this third party here? It's going to be a tough one, that's for sure. CEO, though, cheeky little angle, putting some pressure on the Thunder Talk.
King making the cross, will get taken down, but not before running out of ammo, and he might just get out of dodge. Behind the tree, at close range, cannot find him. Finally gets a little angle. Thunder Talk down to 3 there. They almost got their boy back up again. They're sending in P90 on Nobu, a dangerous opposition inside the building.
The Xavier, better late than never, I guess. Here they go on the push, and they are just getting shredded as R8 were just waiting for this. The Xavier taking their sweet time and getting absolutely demolished.
Still 100 points. It's not bad indeed. It's not bad indeed. I think that's a nice place to finish here for the Xavier. It's a shame that the gun skill, not the gun skill, but at least that firepower in those team fights, the 4v4s just wasn't really there for the Xavier this tournament.
Uh-oh. Obscure, Carrillo in the dip, very nadeable, gotta be careful. That's the Xavier out of there. All right. Put some more points on the board for themselves. Okay, there's Flip, gets the nade onto Obscure. That right there was an eviction notice marked and booked for Carrillo. He's gonna have to be careful. Obscure trying to back himself out of this one. Looks like he might have just been able to crawl to safety there behind this rock. But with this next zone shift, Mad Bulls are looking really good here, Blank.
They're looking real nice. I think the big one, though, is Ulf.
Yes.
Ulf on that side, 115 points, looking to break 10 this game. Get themselves over towards match point. I love this lineup from Thunder Talk, though. Able to sidle in ahead of R8. And they know they got to leave at some point.
Looking at the leaderboards, R8, if you're R8 at this point, you need to just try and destroy the whole lobby. That's what you need to do. If you're Thunder Talk and Ulf, you're just going for the win. And Alpha 7, just sneak away any point you could possibly get your hands on. Meanwhile, the Mad Bulls starting to put into some work on Ulf. Huge fight right here on the side of Ulf, and Solus gets the first knock. And now they are on the push. They know they need every single elimination they can get. Aaron in the front line. He's got that UMP. Lemon blocking down those nades, but look at this on the other side. Thunder Talk getting into it with R8.
Yeah, sightseeing from that sideline. Xing healing up right now. AJ is down, but they might be able to clean house here, get 9 elims total if Kara doesn't start stealing away.
Uh-oh.
That will still sit Thunder Talk at 8 on this game. But even this team can potentially clear over towards 125. It's going to take a bit bigger game than this.
That's going to look pretty good. I'll tell you, you can't be mad at that. That's for sure. AJ getting rezzed. Let's see what Thunder Talk can do as a duo. They still have a third person up as well. Let's see what they can do. But now we look over to Ulf. They're in a perfect position here. Only one elimination so far. They got to get this win on the Mad Bulls without losing another player. Pusher's got that nade, though. Oh, just missed by the skin of his teeth. Solus, he definitely felt that one. But he cannot leave this position. He's got the shotgun. Ooh, gets hurt really bad. And now Ulf are looking in big trouble. Lemon looking to take advantage. Gets shot in return, though. Back and forth. As now the blue zone is starting to push both these squads. Pusher pushes up. Ulf with the high ground. Shuts him down.
There's going to be a huge game right now from Ketch, and he really does put in the work alongside with Aaron Prime here over at the PMGC Grand Finals. But the teams are starting to get sparse, Jukes.
Uh-oh.
The teams are starting to get sparse.
Uh-oh.
And I see one squad right now who are down to 2 but have weathered the thunderstorm. But can they weather the thunder?
Oh boy, Alpha 7 with 2 players up, looking real sneaky in this one, especially considering that Kara and Thunder Talk are outside of this circle. Can they find a way to steal away a chicken dinner and finish the tournament right here, right now?
It's going to be so difficult to do. Teams usually will check this spot as well. They'll know it exists. So that's Alpha 7's weakness. They have 3 grenades, which is 3 more than at least 2 of these other teams, in Kara as well as Ulf.
You can feel the tension in the air, the crowd so silent, trying to hope for Thunder Talk to make something happen. The nade, oh, just short of Aaron. Big shots though from upstairs.
Solus, what are you doing?
Get Solus. The next nade comes on out from Carrillo. Just short. Alpha 7
pushing them in here. Aaron will find Carrillo. It's a good step up from him. But now they know they absolutely need to take down this team. If not, try and lead Thunder Talk over here. And AJ will finish off Carrillo. And it's a ginormous game from Thunder Talk so far.
Oh!
If they clean out the rest of the lobby, they hit 125.
What a huge game for both these squads. Ulf and Thunder Talk at the top of the leaderboards right now. It's anybody's game. This could be the win that locks you in as our champions. With 1 match left to go, who knows what happens? You need every single point you can get.
For Thunder Talk, it is a slow and grueling game now, but what a journey it has been. Sighting takes a lot of damage, but is able to send a lot more back. That is a lot. This is good time for Thunder Talk to start rotating out to try and take some space, but Solus is holding them down. Sighting has to hit the deck, and Ketch finds some room to move up. And it looks like Thunder Talk may not be finding it.
Solus has so much ammunition, 300 rounds. He's using every single one, and that is how you do it. Ulf, get the chicken dinner.
And now Ulf are in match point.
Yup.
It will require the back-to-back now for Ulf.
Woo! Look at Ketch taking a deep, deep breath after that one.
You gotta take a deep breath there, man, 100%. But to be honest with you, for Ulf, what a day it's been today. Aaron, who had been one of the rookies of the year, now really showing what he can do as he has developed that experience over multiple years now on a team where he sits shoulder to shoulder with some of the best in the business. For Thunder Talk, did it take them close enough?
Oh, that's the question. That's the question. I can't wait for the desk to break this down because we are going to go into that final match of the day.
That's the question, isn't it, guys? Have they done enough, Ulf and TT Gaming? We said it before they went into that match. I said Thunder Talk with the team to look out for. They made it right to the end, didn't quite secure it. Ulf, an impressive performance. Max is looking dicey. What's happened?
I think Thunder Talk missed out by 1 point. And my math is really bad, and I hope I'm wrong, but they might have just barely missed out. They needed one more elimination at the very end to get 14, and with the 6 placement points for second place, it would have been 20, and they needed 20 points to be in the Smash Zone. I think they miss out, but Ulf here's 7, just what they needed to try and make sure they do get in the Smash Zone alongside Alpha Gaming and Alpha 7.
We talked about those teams that wanted to get that opportunity going into the last match to actually go for the win and win via Smash Rule. Ulf able to do that, and honestly, you gotta wait and see what's gonna happen with the leaderboard math. There, Max, because if it is just by 1 point that Thunder Talk's not going to be able to make it, it's going to be heartbreaking. But I think they did enough to just push themselves to still contend in points.
I think, historically speaking, in PMGC, this is the closest we've ever had a last game with the Smash Rule in mind right now. No idea who's going to win it. Literally no clue.
Still yet to have a Smash Zone win at a global event at this point. And we'd be really excited to see it happen right here, right now. But you know what? We've got to talk a little bit about Alpha Gaming and Alpha 7, unfortunately. Just the wind gets taken in sails, doesn't it? Early game, both of them losing players. Was it overextending? Was it mistakes were made? Maxman, talk to me.
For Alpha Gaming, I think one of the worst circles you could give them. They're Chumacera team, and it goes on top of the mountain between Picardo and San Martin, and they rotate late, which is normally not a bad approach, but when you have a circle that just keeps going to the high ground position, all the teams are already parked up on the high ground, meaning that you're going for late rotation, you're going to get lasered down instantly. Alpha Gaming, they could have made it in, but I feel like this is a circle that's given to them in the worst moment possible, and they were just not quite able to deliver. Compared to Alpha 7, they were able to make it to the mountaintop. That's only a duo of Carrillo and Obscure.
Yeah, for Alpha 7, I feel like they still had the same struggles. They were working their way from the east, trying to get into the circles. They end up losing players. Thunder Talk made sure that they stopped any type of push that Alpha 7 was going to be doing as well. Thunder Talk, not only did they end up performing well in this match, they were actually being just a big old pain in the butt to those top teams when it came down to the Alphas.
There was a big thing about Thunder Talk, actually, storyline-wise. The community's always saying, normally Thunder Talk, great team in the league stage, terrible team in the finals. They want to try and put those rumors to bed right now. They come back again. They were in 12th position. What a comeback for, like, on the last day. What's going on, Thunder Talk? I am loving what we're witnessing from this team.
A key point as well from the previous match that we saw on Erangel, patience being playing a huge part in getting to that end game. Kara Esports have shown it already. It was Ulf in this last match, showing that patience on the northwest side of the zone and managing to just stay patient, choose their moments carefully, and ultimately made them get that winner chicken dinner.
And I mean, that's what the squad needed to do. They just needed to make sure they did enough to get those points to be within the Smash Zone. You could kind of see the relief too when we got a chance to see the players, but look at the rotations here. I mean, it's just going to be Thunder Talk is going to be chilling on that eastern side, and Ulf is going to end up moving up as well and just waiting. That's what you were saying, Barney. Patience, 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 Max.
Yeah, I mean, here the dips on the western side were just a godsend for Ulf. And actually, you're going to see that in a few seconds. This fight versus Madballs was very decisive. Whoever wins that fight, I think, wins the entirety of the match, because Thunder Talk and also the side of Kara kind of stuck in these compounds to the eastern side of the circle. But Madballs, also the gatekeepers of the northern side, really good use of the cliff moving in, but were stronger in particular. What a clutch in that fight versus Madballs, and that helps them to secure 18 points, which I do believe that was going to be enough for them to make it in the Smash Zone.
Oh.
I do believe, right?
I think
Or did
so.
I calculate wrongly? But maybe I did.
Now you're making me doubt myself. I mean, Thunder Talk there with 19 points, Ulf with the 18 points. I think Ulf should be enough for them to get in there. We'll have to wait and see what's going to happen when we end up showing the overall as well. But then, I mean, Alpha 7, they should have at least a little bit of a cushion going into this last match by them being able to secure 5 placement points.
Another team who's had a bit of more unluck at this point, haven't they? D Xavier just can't catch a break, can they? Yeah. They tried to crash. They got absolutely... Well, they just got destroyed as they moved in, didn't they, Max? Let's be honest.
I mean, I respect the attempt on that crash, but I think that you in particular, Seven, were like, the execution was just very desperate. It felt like, yep, awful. But you know what? I agree. It was an awful push there with the monster truck. MVP of the game is going to be Aaron. Love to see him perform again, doing so good for his team as he's been picked up this year by the side of Ulf. But I was looking at DRX. They lost all their momentum. Everything is gone. The only time you see him perform is like a solo player, like Human earlier versus Kara. DRX have lost it for me. No, it's done. Maybe a podium could be happening, but anyways, race for the first place is just out of the question, in my opinion.
Totally out of the question. Another team that, yes, like you said, the wind's just coming out of their sails at this point. D plus Kia as well, struggling down there. It's just, Korea's having a tough day. Oh, Oh! Ulf have made it, currently sitting in second place with 132 total points. 4 chicken dinners on the board as well,
Max,
let's be honest.
you were right.
No!
Thundertalk doesn't make it into the Smash Zone by just 1 point. They just needed that elimination to have a chance to win via Smash Roll in that final game.
But if we don't have a smash, that's only a 10-point difference between themselves and Alpha 7. They can still be crowned the champions without the smash ruling. Man, could we have a new Nova Esports here at PMGC 2025? It could be happening today.
And it could be King getting his
Yes!
3rd championship.
I forgot about that.
He's so excited.
I mean, would that make him the GOAT?
Oh, he's the
Possibly.
makes him the king.
I mean, 3
Makes him the king, bro.
PMGC championships, I think hands down, yeah, he would automatically become the GOAT.
Oh my goodness. Well, and a really impressive run so far today from Thundertalk Gaming. You can see the dished out points over here from the top 4 players. King just managing to keep himself up there. Oh,
Yeah.
Max is looking.
No, I'm just thinking. Sorry, I always look like varies between these segments, but going from 12th position to 1st place, possibly at the end, would be one of the biggest comebacks we've ever seen.
Well, it's time to check out MVP or the finals MVP role. Let's check it out.
Stay focused.
Right, our finals MVP of the 2025 PMGC Grand Finals will walk away with a brand new Porsche Cayenne. That's kind of spicy, 7, isn't it? Could you see yourself driving one of those?
I could definitely see myself driving one of those, and I would probably just try to be as safe as I could be, okay? that's all I'm going to say.
Are you alluding to the fact that you're a bad driver? What's going
No,
on?
I'm a great driver, but that thing looks amazing, and I know it can go fast. I would wanna just go.
Well, okay, make sure that if you log into the game between the 12th and the 14th of December, you will get a permanent Polar Party Mini 14 firearm finish for free. And of course, from the 12th to the 25th of December, if you log in a total of 7 days, then you will get a permanent Rev It Up emote for free, gentlemen. We like free stuff, don't we? We're all gamers here. We love free things.
I got all the free stuff right
Do
now.
you?
I'm decked out. I even got the non-free stuff. That's how much I loved all the skins for
You know how
PMGC.
much I love free stuff? Once this ends, this two right here are gonna disappear. I'm not gonna say.
I think we're
who
going to get
took 'em.
chased down out of the building.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
I
like
didn't say the
how-
phone. I didn't say the Infinix.
I know, I like
said
how
the
you didn't
little-
say the
Oh,
Infinix.
okay, so you're safe. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yoink. Right, let's chat a little bit more. Going into our final match of the day. 3 teams currently sitting at the top of the standings, all of them in the smash zone. So all 3 of them could walk away and hit that smash roll, meaning they could smash 3 of those eggs that they have chosen, which also means 3 times the prizes from Infinix, gentlemen.
Ooh, I got a chance to smash one of those eggs. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't get the
life.
reward though, because I'm not playing.
The prizes are great, but it's so satisfying with such a big egg. It looks
really
great.
is.
I kind of wanted to be there just to be able to do the rehearsal. But
I'll show you the slow-mo later. I got behind the scenes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I want to see that. Okay.
Ooh, private videos being shared behind the scenes. Okay, it feels like I'm being missed out here, but don't worry about it. Okay, it's going to be the first time that we're ever going to do this at a PMGC Grand Final, so it's going to be amazing. You're going to want to see that later on today. But again, going into the final match of the day,
Yes.
TT just need to put up big numbers to
Yes.
secure that top spot. The other 3 just need a win. Is it passive play from these 3 teams, or is it business as usual, 7?
I think for all these 3 squads, actually, you know what? All the 4 squads, it's just going to be business as usual. It just comes down to what the other teams are going to be doing. Regnum, I know they have had an awful day. Yes, they have picked it up a little bit, but into to keep with their performances from previous PMGCs, from previous global events, they're not going to be happy about it. They're going to be wanting to do a little bit more. And something that we mentioned at the beginning of the day, that there's been one team that has been winning the last match every single time, at least for the past, what is it now, 5 days of grand finals, including last year. D+ is going to be looking to make it 6.
It would be such a meme if they can do it once more. But you know what? I would love to see it happen. But actually, you're going about the teams playing passive in the top 4. I think top 3 have to play it passive to try and make sure they can win through the Smash ruling. I want ThunderTalk to play a little bit more aggressive compared to the top 3 because they are playing catch-up, and regardless of them winning or not, they cannot end it through a Smash ruling, meaning through points alone, that is the way you're going to be crowned the champion. So ThunderTalk need to go big in this match.
I think for ThunderTalk, it comes down to how are they keeping track of which of those top teams are alive,
Yes.
right? Because if for some reason they don't see Alpha 7, they don't see APG, they don't see Ulf getting eliminated, that's when you have to be aggressive. But if it is a situation where those top three teams end up getting eliminated, then you can maybe play it a little bit passive because they know all they have to do is try to get at least 15 points.
But what if, 7,
Uh-oh.
you see a fight break out, ThunderTalk get a knock, a flush onto one of these players on the top 3? Do you chase it down? Do you play it passive? What's the approach? I genuinely, I don't know. It's depending on the IGL and what he's feeling like doing in at that moment.
I generally don't know as well, and that is, by the way, the most energy, I think I would say, I've seen from APG. Riff is getting up. It's getting everybody riled up for this last game because they know what's at stake. They're currently 3rd place. They're currently, what, 6 points behind Alpha 7? And they have a chance to become the 2025 PMGC champions.
I want to say something also that you pointed to me out earlier. We're going to Turkey PMGC next year, right?
Yes.
Who was the reigning champion of PMGC when we did go to Turkey a few years ago?
S2G!
Exactly. So we could have, maybe if Ulf make it happen, a reigning champion defending the title on home soil back in Turkey. That would be a really great achievement for Ulf to make it happen and try and defend it on home ground.
I just hope they don't end up doing what Regnum did in Turkey because that was the, yeah.
Or S2G, yeah.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
S2G, that's what
I
I
mean,
meant.
Silas, you know.
Yeah,
so.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, Silas.
Having the reigning champions inside those stadiums, though, in Turkey, with
Yes.
those crowds, they're so into it. They absolutely love it. The energy is crazy, and so it would be interesting to see 2 absolutely world-class performances we've had today from Ulf and from ThunderTalk Gaming. Doc on the screen just then, looking to secure that top spot. He's going to have to pop off. He's going to have to do something insane, but he's also going to have to stay alive. Doc, do not go out early. Do not go out into that cold night. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our final map of the PMGC 2025 Grand Finals. Blank Jukes. Let's do it.
Welcome back to the final match of the day. It's Miramar Madness here on Championship Sunday. Do D+ take themselves the 6th now chicken dinner in a row at the end of the day on PMGCs of the last 2 years? What a weird sign-off that would be. But overall, we are looking at 4 teams. We're looking at Ulf, APG, Alpha 7, and ThunderTalk, who miss out on match point by 1.
Oh, just 1 single point. But with how close this is, a chicken dinner could still get it done. Let's see how these squads are going to react here. It's time to take destiny into your own hands. An entire year's worth of hard work about to pay off here and now. Alpha 7 out of the plane super early, heading towards that Cruz del Valle. Possibly looking to get a vehicle, drive on over to El Pozo. Well, let's see how we're going to get started here, guys. Let's go!
I think honestly, for a lot of those squads at the top, like Max was saying, you've got to play a little bit more passive. You've got to ensure you get through to that end game first before you start pushing the boat out. But sometimes some of these plays to get towards that end game require a bit of aggression. And we're heading down towards the southwest side of the map. We got La Triera and a whole chunk of that mountain on the western side in play, which is rough.
Oh, so rough. So rough. For those of you guys that don't know, that left side of that map is completely unplayable. So it's basically a circle 2 or 3 at this point with how much room is left. More like a zone 2. But you got Valle del Mar in play. GOAT are already there. They're big chilling. Alpha 7 looking like they're going to go ahead and loot Cruz del Valle up. They're going to take this spot. they're going to be actually the furthest team away from this circle. So they got a big rotation ahead of them.
They got to kick up some dust, that's
Yeah.
for sure, on that north side, get a move on. There's a long journey ahead of them right now through teams like Kara, Alter Ego, Thunder Talk as well. Regnum Kai quite close towards his own, but it is Alpha Gaming. All eyes on them right now. Chumacera start. It's a great beginning of the game for this team. Vampire are on their northeast edge, luring out to the side. Again, big respect to that team, saying that they don't really know anywhere else to play on this map other than Picardo. Yet under all this pressure in this kind of tournament, you're telling me that they decided they would learn something completely new? I mean, it's amazing, and it's very much interesting what the kind of pressure from a tournament can provide you in terms of improvements.
So difficult. So difficult. The pressure is insurmountable at this point. But you got to overcome it. You got to make it happen.
Yeah.
And it's so crazy to see Regnum Karya have such a rough day. I mean, especially considering that you got Silas who's won this before. You know, that should be a big advantage going into this. At the end of the day, though, it takes all four. You got to be able to make it happen. And unfortunately, Regnum couldn't get it done on the last day. We got 4 squads, though, here. Those are the 4 we are dead looking at. Alpha 7, ULP, APG, and Thunder Talk. Thunder Talk are in La Bendita. They're going to be looting up right now. So they're still waiting to get into this next zone. Out of all the squads that we just listed, APG, they're already in the zone. So they are looking to get a nice central position on that mountainside just north of Minas del Valle. So they're actually going to be in a really good position because most of the time when we do get circles like this, the zone does tend to kind of head south.
Yeah, southern circles, as well as Chumacera, all those foothills, it's so rough to play around, rough to rotate through. I think APG definitely gets a nice start here, but it does pen them in a little bit at the start, especially if this team's rotating on their top side. So I do like that APG is sort of shelling up right now. You're just kind of staying inside the turtle. You're just making sure you don't peek out too much and wait your turn, bide your time. Regnum Kai, you're very close by. But again, I think these guys are just going to send straight past here, Jukes.
Yeah, Silas just on the drive. Got to be careful, especially with a team like Regnum who are so far down on the leaderboards. Like, this is a squad that if they just see a player, they'll just take those shots at this point. So, fortunate for APG, they were not spotted. And they're going to continue. Actually, Reefus and Ziol are driving mighty close to Regnum Karya. Yeah, I think they heard it. Silas was just peeking over that hill. But APG, they hit that left turn real quick. I don't want none of that right now. Calm down, guys. Calm down.
Yeah, well, again, I think for most teams, they realize just how close the leaderboards are. You don't want to go out early at all, just because if you get 8, 9 points, suddenly you are getting so much extra change on the leaderboard, moving up from 10th up to 5th off those minimal points. If we look at the lobby right now, there are 3 teams tied between 11th, 12th, and 13th on 90 points. Above them sits Regnum Kai, who are 91, R8 and D+ above that on 92 and 92. So yes, you would be correct in saying that between 13th and 8th place there is 2 points.
Unreal. Unreal. Such a close leaderboards there at the bottom. Big gap between 4th and 5th place. That's why we got our eyes on the top 4 teams. Those are going to be your squads that are going to win this one. It's going to be one of the 4. That's a fact. And take a look in here, though. Oh, GOAT. Getting the first blood on the Tony K from Vampire.
Yeah, straight away looking to find themselves a bit more leverage inside this zone. You got them on the western side at the moment, looking cross Ladriera over towards Vampire. Regnum Kai sit just a little bit lower than that. DRX are also here. DRX, I think, can still hit a podium finish. Whether I do not believe that they're hitting a win, though.
Yeah, absolutely. The gap is just too big at this point, especially for the last game.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they're the only other team that could get in towards the podium as well. I don't think DX Xavier can anymore.
Getting an 18-point chicken dinner on the last game, it's almost impossible unless you're D+.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Let's see right now, though, as we look. Man, I can feel the tension in the air. Everybody just playing this so carefully. Such a big gap, you know, and the prize pool jumps up significantly every place. Thunder Talk trying to get away here.
They're trapped.
The crowd making so much noise because they know Thunder Talk's in big trouble. Krypton putting some shots, and yeah, they are trapped right out in the open, and Alter Ego are hunting them down.
The vehicle flipped. The Thunder Talk, the dream might be over here and now. For King to get the 3-time, it's unlikely. King's going to make the run out. AJ holding down the line here, looking to send grenades over the top. This is a mighty hold from him. Sadly, he does get caught out. There's players swinging off to the right-hand side.
King's in big trouble, and he knows it. Yeah, here he comes Thunder Talk. They have to try and save this at this point. You cannot afford to go out. But let's see what they can do here as Alter Ego are looking to put the clamps on them, surrounding them bit by bit. Nice shots, though, on a Snake. Buys them a little bit of time. AJ is still alive, but that off angle is going to be brutal from AE.
I ain't going to lie. I love this from Thunder Talk. They even have the player getting up over towards the top side of the mountain, too.
Wow.
This is incredible.
He loses it! He loses the 1v1. That off angle was so critical, and Thunder Talk are going to pay big time for that.
It is over. For Thunder Talk, they will not be grabbing a podium. They will not be grabbing the chicken dinner. And they will not be in our top 3. Thunder Talk bow out in 4th place. In the meantime, though, what is it with PMGC Grand Finals and last game circles? We're out to the western side. We're basically 30% non-playable space right now over towards Via de Mar. What is this?
Are you kidding me? This is the most disgusting circle that you could have possibly had at this point. You're right. This is basically a Zone 5 in Stage 2 for the final game here. Thunder Talk are out. 3 teams could possibly get this chicken dinner. And Alpha 7, they send it so hard right onto that ridge line. They get a good position, but there's going to be so many teams in that vicinity.
APG, Doc finding Silas right off the rip there, and an instant flush as well.
The look right now is wild. Yeah, getting some shots on the Kraken as he is stuck wide in the wide open. This zone's so brutal. So many teams, so many players are going to get caught on rotation here. Lazarus goes out from Vampire. This thing heated up so dang fast with this zone shift. Teams are going to have to figure these things out. I mean, look at this. Alpha 7 are pushing on in. Looks like they do have a good position. Looking at some of the rest of the squads, though, APG do find a way into this next circle, and so do Ulf. Ulf and Alpha 7 are actually very close to each other.
Ulf just underneath them. Could cut out their opposition right now in the final game here.
Such a great spot, though, from Alpha 7. Obscure. Look at the vision he has.
Well, I mean, again, for Alpha 7, though, it's locked out on the north side of the territory. I don't think this is the greatest spot to be in at the moment.
Especially if that zone goes south.
Especially if the zone goes south. I mean, if the zone goes north, eventually they're going to get cut out. It's rough. It's very, very rough. Teams that are lining themselves along that ridge side, I quite like the look of that, and that's currently Ulf.
Ulf definitely have a lot more options depending on where this zone goes. If we get somehow a hard shift to Via Del Mar Bridge, my mind's going to explode.
Yeah, I'll be gone. I'll also be gone at that point.
Yeah. I think we just hang it up.
All of the casters will have left.
Just let the game just talk for itself at this point. Unbelievable. But I'm going to still talk a little bit for now here because things are just getting so interesting. Look at this circle, guys. Oh, my goodness. Split practically down the middle. Where's it going to go? It centers on us.
No way.
Still so much playable, unplayable area.
You must be kidding me. It's DX saved by the zone in the final match. We're starting it with tradition, and we're ending it with tradition. Lovely to see. We'll see what DXA can get done with this. Obviously, it's probably not going to be a podium finish, but, you know, getting a 4th place, that's doable. Very, very doable here. Kicking Thunder Talk off that side. Mad Bulls try and take down D+, but they've got a bit of an invincibility buff here over on the final Miramar. They wrapped right round Partona across via the Mar Bridge. They do enjoy Xavier.
Right now, let's take a look, though, as D+ looking to keep their tradition alive of winning the last match of every game of a PMGC. They've done it all up until now, and they get this position. 3 eliminations, and they're full squad up.
D+. Fabian on the inside. It's a decent start here. 3 elims for themselves. E-Arena also on the high ground. The Xavier trying to take shots down, but again, that bubble of protection is up for another 10 minutes at least for D+. They will be in that end game.
Yes, they will. RA throwing some nades on the Alter Ego. Alter Ego just getting beat up here. The biggest hole in that roof. That's a sunroof you do not want with those nades coming on in. And now R8. Down to 2, though. Oh! Alpha 7, Carrillo. Hurt bad. Here comes Kara. Let's see what you can do, Alpha 7. CEO on that off angle. A7 have to hold it down, but they are in the edge of the circle, and the blue zone is closing.
I was telling you, man. It's like, it's not a nice spot to be in over on this side. I wish they'd pushed further down, try to fight out for something, but I think Alpha 7's playing these games far too passively for my liking. Ulf did lose 1 player earlier, by the way, which does hurt. It really does hurt for Ulf. So maybe no matter what happens, Alpha 7 is just able to squeak by.
I'll tell you what, though, if Alpha 7 are going to win, this is how they're going to do it. You know, back
What,
against
on 20 points
back
on the day?
back against the wall of a blue zone. This is usually their best play style. If they do win by only getting 20 points, hey, I guess you take that all day long.
A win's a win.
A win's a win, baby.
You're taking shots over towards Kara, who do send down towards Goat now. Vampire should have heard those shots, but whether they can see across this road is another matter. Honestly, Ulf are also set up on this eastern side, so we're about to clash between 2 of the most influential squads inside the lobby right now, between Ulf and A7. Ulf could secure their destiny right here, right now.
Let's see what they could do. Ulf have a 3-man, but they got to get it done if they want to become your new PMGC Grand Final champions. It's Alpha 7 taking their time. They're trying to figure this out. Distribute everything they need to each other, and then make this push. Yo! Stealing away some points. APG putting some on the board here. All 4 up. They are in the east side. This is outside of the circle, though. They're going to have to start pushing in. This is stage 4, too, as well. This zone is going to start stinging.
I mean, the fact that it still keeps around about 30% of unplayable space into it. And then again, you don't really want to be playing along this side of the map, so we're talking even less right now. It's tough. It is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd love to see DXAV get a win right at the end of the day. That would be very, very pleasing.
Unbelievable circle. I'm still so shocked at this is the zone that we have in the final match here. Look at this. These are your 2 squads, guys. Alpha 7 and Ulf. Both on the same screen. Doc goes down. Reefus is down as well. 2 players left from APG.
Oh,
and here comes the arena.
20K up to the plate. Look to see if he can serve APG up. We'll just try and take these shots. 20K does go down. This is going to have to be a hold and a half. But APG are falling by the wayside. Doc steps up. This nade better be ginormous from Zjol. But the airburst is too short. And APG are now short 2 players as well.
Zjol gets the heal off, but Mormon's got that nade. He's got it locked and loaded. 1 second on it. He throws it. Airburst down to 1 HP. Zjol, he has to get that first nade off first, but Mormon's got another nade locked and loaded. It sends off, and it is just enough to take out top. It's going to be Zjol all by himself.
Top crawling, bloodied back towards his teammate, but will fall. APG's run is now done. It is impossible to get back into this one. Zjol's going to try and send it away as best he can. The Vampires
Hit
from up
the
on
gas!
higher.
Hit
Help
the
him.
gas! Oh my gosh, the terrain's so brutal. Trying to get out of there. But it's not looking good.
And APG attempted to get in, but they had a lot of time to make this rotate. They had a lot of time to make this rotate, honestly. Starting in Chumacera, they're one of the closest teams to the zone. And again, I think that Smash ruling is getting in these players' heads, man. Getting in these players' heads.
Oh, such a big factor. Definitely altering the dynamic here towards the end. APG down to 1, Thunder Talk out. That really just leaves 2 squads we got our eyes on. It's Ulf and Alpha 7. Yo! Takes the shots! Lets them know, here I am. He's got the nade, but it's not looking good. Yo! Out of there! That is Alpha Gaming done and dusted!
Third place locked in for now for APG. What a run they had, but the start of the day, they played their own game. And as soon as they hit that dreaded smash point, it felt like it took the wind out of their sails.
Here we go, though. Alpha 7 looking to possibly get into an engagement with Ulf. Ulf have the compound right below them. Looking at Regnum Karya, just putting some points on the board outside of circle, but all eyes on our top 2 squads here.
Ulf need more points. Alpha 7 can't afford to fall, but they are careening directly towards Ulf. Again, like you said, backs against the wall right now. And it seems like without it, they're blind. They're feeling their way through these circles. Alpha 7 struggling, Obscure taking a lot of damage, and E-Arena looks to shut down every single team in the top spot, it seems.
E-Arena just trying to crush streams out here. They've already crushed a few. Guizal on the drive up, just trying to buy his teammates some time. Looks like Obscure is going to be able to move towards safety. But Alpha 7 again, yeah, back against the blue zone here. Ulf right at their doorstep. But you got to watch out. You see Twix on that high ground. He could prove to be deadly for A7.
E-Arena now taking down Regnum Karya. Oh my god, this team is having a great time with Loxy. Hits the deck. So far away, Zed Wolf down next, and that's Regnum Karya out. They don't even break a century. But Alpha 7, they're on the hunt.
Yes, they are. They know a single point could put that belt around their waist. Let's see what happens as Obscure is on the move now. Uh-oh, here we go. The fight's starting to ring out here. Turney throws the nade, but he gets knocked by Obscure. Huge knock for him. Air burst too short, and that's E-Arena gone. Alpha 7 put a couple eliminations on the board, and those were critical.
Alpha 7, for maybe the first time, will pick up their victory here at PMGC. It has not been glamorous. There has been no glitters, but they will potentially get it done here. And it will be a dream come true for Cleo and Narivo, have both been challenging out for this for multiple years, end on end. Multiple iterations of Alpha 7, finally finding one that seems to work.
Nade's ringing out for DRX. D+ puts some shots downrange. D+ all 4 up. Still in the mix here. Mad Bulls and DRX are going at it. My eyes are going to be locked on the north side, though. Wolf versus A7. Lemon getting a nice knock there. This fight continuing to ring out.
DRX. Hyunbin backing up the stairs right now. They got Mad Bulls on their tail. So easy with a huge Molotov down the stairs, though. It does cause some massive problems for the Mad Bulls. Next circle pop. Dead central.
Dead center.
What an evil game this has been. Hyunbin drops out the side, looks for the full finish over towards Mad Bulls. Hesitant to jump through the window, though.
So easy. Getting a nice knock there. Got the M249. Switches to the M4. Gets shotgun, though, right in the chest. Hyunbin securing some more points for his squad. That's DRX. Down to a single player. It's Hyunbin. D-Xavier still have all 4 up. Man, this circle, though, just pushing away from our top squads every single time.
Yeah, pulling away from D-Xavier now as well. I mean, still keeps them in at least, but Yeah, definitely going to be a more difficult game for DXavier going forward. Have to leave off on that high ground. Alpha 7, though, have played this game fairly well, honestly. It has felt less like Alpha 7 and more like a team just trying to desperately claw away at points inside the circle, but alas, they're here. Oh, Scarface knocked and flushed.
Ulf down to 2 players. That is it. We got to take a look at this right now, and that's also GOAT having those huge angles onto Ulf. Alpha 7 just need to hang on a little bit longer. With this circle, Ulf have to push out of that safety zone. They're pushing out from that building and into the wide open.
Still on board with this fight right now.
Taking a look at it. Got to make sure we see how Hyunbin does. He is a great player.
I want to see Alpha 7 and Ulf at the moment. I want to see the dynamic that's going on here. But lo and behold, who could it be over the D+ on the eastern side looking to evict DXavier?
That's also a big fight as well. There we go. Let's take a look at this. Ulf. There they go. That's their cover, but they're going to have to leave it. They're in the vehicle, pushing together as a duo. Alpha 7 have the high ground. They should have a good idea of where they're at. Looks like Ulf are able to push into the circle, though, and they're pushing in right towards that. Oh, getting beat up by GOAT, though! Oh! And that's it! Ulf are out of there!
Oh, my days. Without glory, without an explosive finish, but a quiet end for Ulf and APG. Alpha 7 have done it!
Yes, they have! Alpha 7 are your 2025 PMGC champions. The cameramen running towards their direction right now because there ain't anybody close to them on the leaderboards.
Hey, at this point, they might as well just put their hands up and stop playing. It's done. It's done.
Hey, start adding some stuff to the cart at this point, baby, because that money is yours.
I mean, look at this. They are just getting stuck back into it. Alpha 7 is reborn, reignited in the knowing of their glory. They want to finish this game and pick up their trophy as soon as possible. What's the easiest way to do that? Well, it's time to wipe the lobby.
Also, MVP is still on the line. That Porsche Cayenne. You got to make sure that you give your players as many eliminations as possible. Get every single thing you can in this tournament.
Get the Porsche Cayenne on board. You know, they don't want to just take the trophy. They want to take everything home here at the PMGC Grand Finals. It has been a long time coming, though. A long, long time coming. And I think I'm starting to finally believe that Revo really did mean it when he said that they're going to be together forever. Because this is a God squad.
Alpha 7 been through so much together, highs and lows. Revo recently going through one of the biggest losses of his entire life, pushing through that tribulation, making it here, and becoming a champion. What a historic run for this squad.
Hey, but you should still let D+ win. For the gram, dude. For the gram.
For the gram. You know, just let's see. Honestly, that's a great. Let's see if D+ can continue on the history of winning every last match at PMGC, or maybe Alpha 7 is looking to take that away from them as well.
Nice nade to the top from Fabian. I mean, yeah, definitely a bit of an moment. Nolbu still trying to crawl back towards his teammate. Osal's going to drop down, see if he can pick him up here. Might just be able to get it. Fabian, though, again with the nade. Guizhou gets knocked to the play zone once again as they try to pick him up. It's another nade from Fabian. Maybe I was joking. Maybe I was not.
D+ on the move, looking to continue on with their streak here. Guizhou is out of there. Rebel got the nade, throwing it through the door. Just a little bit too short here. Now you got Osel putting that pressure on D+. Putting in the work on Alpha 7. They are completely trapped here.
Molotov as well, about to be thrown. Cutting off the... Oh, they know. I think that might be them done.
That is got to be it. D+ putting...
Oh, no!
Huge shot. Tries to get the confirmation. The blue zone is coming, though. Can he get this first aid off? I don't think he can. The blue zone's coming. Gets it off at the last second. Jumps out the window. Can he hit the shots? D+ but I will admit, they don't look too mad about it.
They don't look too mad about it. D Plus with 2 players alive versus Goats 2, Mad Bulls 2, and Karas 3. Oh, I would love to see D Plus win this game.
Oh, that would be the most unreal thing ever. And look at that. Rebel giving the high fives to
Hey.
Headshot. Hey!
Hey!
That's a champion right there.
Yeah, he don't realize. He don't realize.
Do you know who that is?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he missed out on some good luck for the rest of the year right there. I'll tell you that
That's
now.
what it is right there. Turns out
You get a high five from Revo, that's 6 months at least of good luck.
At least. I think like a 20% buff in aim skill as well.
Yeah, and a 20% discount at Morrison's.
Take that all day long. Oh man, D Plus though, let's see what they can do. Can they keep the tradition alive here? You can see Carrillo, oh my gosh, the emotions ringing out. Oh man, what a long road for this squad, and so well deserved.
Team that's won PMWC, now PMGC. The only thing left in their way is PMGO.
That's it.
And we got 2 next year. We got double the chances.
Oh wow, this was the big one though, the hardest tournament of the year. And right now they're just sitting and waiting for that announcement. Here come the high fives, Mafioso, the legend himself. Oh, the tears ringing out. Such a long road coming. D Plus.
What a beautiful moment, honestly.
What a
For me, it's a beautiful moment as well. I covered these guys for a long, long time. That's sort of why I'm quiet about it right now, just because, I don't know, I think Carrillo as well as Rebel have been pushing for a long while. For Guizhou as well as Obscure, what a moment for them. Coming on this team and then being that final part of the puzzle. Finally unlocks what they needed to make it happen. It's hard even to be loud about it just because it's a feel-good moment.
Yeah.
A feel-good moment.
It really is. And these guys have worked so incredibly hard all year long. So many tribulations and trials that all these players went through, both individually, as a squad, and then finally raising that trophy above your head. And especially after a pretty rough start to the day. You know, it was not going their way for the most part. Towards the end, though, they make it happen.
Putting my eyes back towards the game, though, DK is kind of winning.
They are gonna win. And win every single last game.
Hey, these guys are some jokers, man.
What is
I'm trying to have a
happening?
nice moment. I'm trying to have a nice moment.
D plus.
Come on, boys. It's just Vic. It's just Vic. 13 elims in the game. To be honest with you, though, all things considered, this is a huge, huge jump up in money. But your winners of the 2025 PMGC Bangkok, Thailand is none other than Alpha 7!
Let's go. That is how you do it. Alpha 7 finally getting the global championship they deserve. Let's take it on over to the host to wrap things up.
We have our champions! The 2025 PUBG Mobile Global Championship, it has been won. What an incredible journey. What a dominant performance. And what a moment in PUBG Mobile history. Look at their faces, the elation. They can't believe it. Taking a moment here on stage before lifting that trophy.
และในตอนนี้นะคะในที่สุดเราก็ได้แชมป์แล้วนะคะกับแชมป์ PUBG Mobile Global Championship 2025 ค่ะและช่วงเวลาประวัติศาสตร์นะคะของ Alpha 7 Esports ค่ะ
PUBG Mobile fans around the world, Bangkok, make some noise for your champions, Alpha 7 Esports!
ขอเสียงดังๆให้กับ Alpha 7 Esports
Wow. What an incredible final day of competition. Come over here and join me, guys. Join me over here. Let's line up in front. Carillo, I want to give you a moment, but I also want to talk to you because you're a champion now of PMGC. Congratulations. You've now carved your names into the PUBG Mobile Esports history books. What does winning this championship mean to you and mean to you as a team?
Então, Carrilho, muito parabéns pela vitória de vocês. Agora vocês cravaram o nome de vocês na história. Como é que você está se sentindo sobre tudo isso, essas emoções?
Bom, eu estou muito feliz agora. É um sonho que eu venho lutando faz 6 anos. E acho que finalmente, cara, finalmente a gente conseguiu. Agradecer primeiramente a Deus. Sem ele a gente não estaria aqui. Agradecer ao staff da SET, ao Nice, a Alan, o Mafioso, que dessa vez ficou no banco. Sou muito grato por ter eles na minha vida. E, pô, isso significa demais para mim. Muito obrigado a todo mundo.
I'm super happy to be here. It's a dream come true. We've been battling for like the past 6 years on PMGC. So yeah, I want to thank God and Nisi, the staff, everyone, Mafioso, who is on the bench right now. So I want to thank everyone that supported us.
Revo, I'm coming over to you. I'm coming over here. Congratulations, man. We were stood on the stage just mere, hours, days ago, talking about getting prepared for today. How does it feel to be standing here right now as the champions of 2025?
The feeling is amazing, and I want to dedicate this championship to my mom because I lost her in PMSL finals, and this is for her. And I want to say thank you to God, thank you for our support, thank you for my team, and is that. Thank you.
Finally, right here, I've got Obscure and I've got Gizao here. Guys, first time with these guys on the PMGC stage, and you're champions. That's pretty easy, right?
Primeira vez jogando com eles, né? E já foram campeões na PMGC. Como é que vocês estão se sentindo?
Feliz demais, né? Acho que a gente repetiu o que a SET fez na outra temporada da IWC, que eles foram campeão, pegaram o top 2 da PMSL e foram campeão da IWC, agora nós somos campeão da PMGC. E só agradecer a SET, a todo mundo que apoia a gente. A gente não conseguiu trazer o campeão da PMSL pela mãe do Rivo, mas agora tem algo muito maior que a PMGC. É nóis, Rivão.
So yeah, I'm super happy to be here and to win the PMGC. PMSL we couldn't make it, but I still feel so happy. This is the championship that I wanted the most, and yeah, I'm super happy to be playing with this team.
Right, well now it is time for a very special feature that we've never done on the PMGC Grand Finals before, the egg smashing ceremony. So let's walk and talk, guys. Come with me.
นี่นะคะก็เป็นอีกหนึ่งช่วงเวลาสุดพิเศษนะคะนั่นก็คือช่วงเวลาของ egg smashing การทุบไข่นั่นเองค่ะ
So here's how the egg smashing ceremony works, guys. Before this tournament, you chose 3 teams that you want to smash their egg. Because you won on placement points, you get to choose 1 egg. But before we do anything, I would like to invite Chico onto the stage to come up here and present the pan that you will smash the egg with.
ขอเสียงปรบมือต้อนรับชิโก้ด้วยนะคะนี่ชิโก้ของเราค่ะก็จะนำกระทะนะคะมาให้กับทีมผู้ชนะนั่นเองนะคะเดี๋ยวเขาก็จะทุบไข่1ใบนะมาดูกันว่ารางวัลที่พวกเขาได้รับเนี่ยจะเป็นอะไรค่ะ
Right, one of you take the pan from Chico. Take the pan, take the pan. There you go, yeah, you can take it, you can take it. Firstly, who wants to smash the egg? Who's going to get to smash the egg? Who's going to get to smash the egg? Revo? Okay. Now you have to choose 1 egg and bring it over to this side of the table.
เลือกแล้วนะคะ
Which team are you choosing? R8 Esports. That egg's going to be smashed. Take the pan off Chico.
รับกระทะไปแล้วเดี๋ยวเรามาลุ้นกันนะว่าจะได้รางวัลอะไร
Okay, Revo. Before I get you to do this, inside this egg is either an Infinix GT pad, an Infinix GT phone, or an Infinix GT earphones. A nice little additional prize for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready for the egg smashing?
พร้อมกันหรือยังคะ
You've now earned the right to smash. Revo, smash that egg!
โอเค ดูสิว่ารางวัลมีอะไรมี GT Pad GT 4 แล้วก็มีหูฟังด้วย
Find what it is. I think here you go. Now hold it up to the screen. What is it? It's been an Infinix GT earbuds. Congratulations,
Wow,
guys.
ได้หูฟังไปค่ะ
That right there concludes the egg smashing ceremony. And now we're going to head back over to the desk and they're going to round out everything that we've had here today on this crazy final before we come back here for our awards ceremony.
You can smile now because you've been finally able to become the PMGC champions. Look at that, Max. In first place, 142 points, clutching up when they needed to.
They've been so close in the past, and sometimes the trophy just stolen right under their nose, but not today. Not at PMGC 2025. 142 points, no smash, but they still take it home with Ulf right behind them and APG taken out so early in that final game.
And a heartbreak for APG because this squad, I mean, was just lights out when it came out to fragging. The only squad that was able to get 100 eliminations, even close to it. The only other one was Thunder Talk, and they ended up with 83s for APG. A massive heartbreak.
Xiol trying to pull an old IHC here today, but it does not work in his current meta though. Looking at the individual awards, Ketch, longest elimination, just on the brink here of the render distance, is going to be 400 meters secured, and Amori with the most eliminations secured. This guy, Seven, clearly putting his name not only on the PUBG Mobile Esports MENA map, but the PUBG Mobile Esports global map in this event.
That's right, and CEO, we gotta give him some props. Even with the average rescues, he was still able to put up a lot of eliminations and honestly a standout performance when it comes down to the 2025 PMGC, whether it was the Gauntlet, Last Chance, Groups, whatever the case might be. That man is a person to look out for. It's a player that is gonna be coming in 2026 now with the experience of PMGC. He's gonna wanna win it all.
Yeah, we're gonna have so many more events next year, right, with the double PMGO. You know what, CEO, we'll see if he remains with that team as the best IGL is none other than Rosemary from Alter Ego. With an insane average elimination of 1.8, this man has been a legend and also fragging up being an IGL.
And for Rosemary, I mean, not just the IGL in that he was able to do the amount of eliminations that he was able to put up. But there is one big question out there. Who is going to be that MVP? Who's going to be taking home that sweet, sweet old Porsche Cayenne? You have any ideas?
Oh, I have no idea. I was looking at Amori, but see now the day went on, I have genuinely no clue. I am stumped.
Oh,
do you know?
True. I have an idea.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's going to be somebody from Alpha 7 or maybe Alpha Gaming because of the amount of eliminations that we were able to see out of that team. But for everybody currently watching, don't forget the Infinix GT 3D series, the official gaming phone of the 2025 PMGC, engineered for precision, performance, and victory. Grab yours now and start to outplay the rest, and Alpha 7 was able to do just that. I'm just happy that after so many hard-fought years, and especially this year for Rebel, you could see it whenever Barney was interviewing him. He made a promise, and he told me that promise, especially after PMSL fall split. He said, I'm gonna try to win it all for my mom. And boy, I'm pretty sure he's looking down upon you, Rebel, and she's smiling because you are a champion.
I was choked up a little bit when he was talking there, Revo, but so happy for him and the team. And the fact you have two new players in Guizao and Obscure joining the squad just with raw, just fire in themselves to try and make it happen during PMGC, and backed up with the experience, the knowledge of Mafioso with Revo, with Carrillo, and that perfect cocktail here works out beautifully on the Global Championship stage. And first, not only win in PMGC for the side of Alpha 7, before Brazil here winning it this time around. It is so great to see. They won a PMWC, they won a PMGC. We have 2 PMGOs next year. Can they make the Grand Slam happen?
Now, the PMWC happened in 2024. In 2025, PMGC.
Hey.
Could it be that in 2026, when we have 2 PMGOs, one in Southeast Asia, one in Pakistan, could they make it the 3? Oh, I mean, I think it's going to be